What if I told you this entire horror film was made for $0? Welcome to the behind the scenes of Let's See Playback, our 2025 found footage short film from SADUB Entertainment. This was one of our most stripped down projects, and it's something we made on the side, relying completely on atmosphere, creativity, and tension. Because at the end of the day, horror doesn't need money, it just needs an idea. If you've ever felt like you don't have what it takes to make a film, no budget, no crew, well, this is proof that you can. So come behind the scenes with us and see how it all came together.
Hey guys, it's Sabrina
and Morgan.
And we are currently in pre-production and we're currently casting. We are reaching out to people from backstage who auditioned and letting them know that they've been cast. So we just cast 2 people and we've got the other 3 already cast.
Exciting things coming up.
Yes, stay tuned.
Look out.
We're gonna start out with a cast list. A film can be broken by having bad actors. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how great the cinematography or direction is if the actors can't pull through. The actors is what your audience is watching, so if their performance isn't believable, we are immediately taken out of the film. For Let's See Playback, we did put out an open casting call for 3 characters, which were Cam, Kenzie, and Raegan. So here, as you can see in front of me, I have the cast list open and all of the headshots will be going on the left column. The actor's name goes next to that. The start date and the deal go next to that, and the billing is final. For this film, we are not paying anyone, so as you can see under start date and deal, it says SWF, which is start work finish, since this is going to be a 1-day shoot. The actors will start and finish work on that same day. You can also see the payment is food, credit, and copy of the film, and the billing is simply their names being in the credits. So tonight I spent the night sending out emails, character breakdowns, contracts, info about this upcoming shoot. Let's See Playback was a pretty last minute project. I wrote it last week after seeing Dangerous Animals. I just went through rewrites today. I did rewrites for both Let's See Playback and Lifeline. And obviously a script is never fully locked. Even during production, things change. We let the actors know all of the information for the upcoming shoot, and we sent out the contracts, waiting for them to send those back, and then I will send the script to them. And everyone has to be fully memorized and off book for Thursday.
I'm Amanda. I'm currently driving. I am playing one of the agents on Saturday, and one might say I've dabbled in the SADUB universe.
He takes it off, it's still running. Raegan walks up to Anna. Anna points the camera to the ground, forgetting to stop the camera.
Did you get all that?
Yeah, is there any other footage you guys want before we go?
No. Just make sure you get my good side in the forest.
The camera turns off.
The table read went great, everyone got a sense of the characters, the script, and the other actors, and the following day, June 19th, I worked on making the breakdown for the film, which is a producer's job.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the prep vlog for Let's See Playback. We are currently packing the camera bags, and by we, I mean me. I woke up early this morning and I got a head start. I finished up the breakdown and the call sheet is about to go out, which usually the call sheet would go out 12 hours in advance. We were pretty swamped yesterday, so we're getting it out a bit later than that. Today for our camera bags, pretty simple. We've just got our monitor just in case we don't plan on using that today. We have our Sony FX3, which is what we are shooting this film on. We have our behind the scenes Canon camera for photo and video. We will be doing rolling rehearsals on the camera that you're watching this from, so my Sony ZV-1, putting it in 4K, doing some rolling rehearsals there so we save batteries for the FX3. So we have these mics for the top of the ZV-1. We have 3 batteries for our FX3, which should last us the entire 6 hours. In the back of the camera bag, we are storing the ZV-1 batteries for the rolling rehearsals, and we've got 5 in total, all charged and ready to go. That's it for bag 1, so moving on to bag 2. We have a charger in case our FX3 batteries decide to die on us, so we can always get back and rolling. We've got attachments for the tripod and the camera, some screws, some plates. We've got mount for the tripod so we can attach the camera to the tripod. We've got our shotgun mic. We will be getting all audio straight through this into the camera, so no syncing in post, which will be nice. We've got our documentary ring light, which is so bright. We did a camera test last night with it and it looked amazing. Exactly the way that I wanted the film to look. Found footage-esque, documentary-esque, looked great. And we have this clip to attach it to the camera, or we can just slide it on with this mount that it came with. And last but not least, we have our Sony FX3 handle attachment, which is how we will be getting the audio to the camera, and how I'll be holding the camera throughout this entire film, because the FX3 is kind of heavy. So that is our bag for today. This film is a bit different than the usual ones we do. Usually we would have a base camp or a holding area or a green room for our actors. This film is run and gun through the forest. We are walking, we are in motion. We are not going to be having a base camp or a crafty area, hair and makeup, etc. So our props today will not be laid out on a table like usual. Our props will actually be carried with me through the forest. So quickly, we're gonna put in the tiny props into my camera bag, and strategically you'll notice one of our characters is gonna be wearing a backpack through the forest. It's actually full of props and costumes, so we can do quick changes and grab props on the go. First, we've got our penny from scene 1, which Cam flips to decide to go to the forest. Everything has to be very accessible during this film. We are doing this in 6 hours. 10 scenes in 6 hours. Might sound crazy, but we can do it. We've got our fake puff cigarettes that Cam smokes in the car and outside of the car. We've got a lighter for Cam. We've got some Welch's fruit snacks, which is everyone's favorite crafty snack on set. But this one's not for eating today. This is a prop for Cam. This is supposed to be his gummy edible. We don't use much fake blood in this film because it's filmed from so far when Anna is killed. So you won't see any blood, but when Cam wipes his face and goes, ew, ew, I have blood all over me. We've got our spray blood. And finally, out here, the rest of the props are in the garage. We have the map that Anna uses to guide them to the forest. Let's head into the garage and let's finish putting all the props, all the crafty, the first aid kit, all of the necessities into the wagon. And let's get ready for our 5 p.m. call time. Today's set is only 6 hours, so we are not catering, we are not feeding people. At 6 hours, everybody will be let go. They'll be told to go get dinner and go home for the day. After 6 hours, we are wrapped. But we are bringing some crafty for the cast and crew. So we've got a bag of crafty, which includes Welch's, a bunch of different chip bags, some fruit bars, and some Rice Krispie treats. So this should tide people over for the 6 hours. And people will be reminded to eat before they show up to set. We have our essentials for any set. We've got our Advil, just in case, and we have our mandatory first aid kit. If you're making a short film, even if it's indie low budget, make sure you always have a first aid kit nearby. It's always a necessity on a set. For today's set, since we are filming in the woods, we've got 2 cans of bug spray for the cast to use, 2 masks. We're going to try them on set and decide which one we like better. This is obviously our Zapotha mask, so leaning away towards this one. We've got a new one in here that I'd like to use. We just want to see how it looks first. And we also have a cloak for our man to wear, and we've got the massive knife on the side. We have our huge tripod right here for the first opening scene. And we decided this morning that when they stumble across these dolls in the woods, we changed it to a jack-in-the-box, which Jane plays with and gets possessed with. And then sitting next to the jack-in-the-box are these 2 baby dolls playing with it. I don't know if I said it in this video or not, but a script is always ever-changing. You're never gonna have a locked script until production is over. Things are always changing on the fly and on the spot. We have the map, which is Anna's prop, and it was too big to fit into any of the bags. But yeah, that's our wagon for the day. We don't have too much to bring to set because of set being 6 hours and us not having like a base camp. We're not treating this like an actual set today. So let's pack the wagon back up and let's head back inside and continue working on pre-production. Hey guys, and welcome to day 2 of production for Let's See Playback. I figured I would hop back on here and continue to show you guys the process of pre-production. Even though we are currently in production, we have to prep for every day of production, especially since we are the most skeleton crew ever. There's 2 people on crew, myself and Joey. We're doing everything behind the scenes, so we really have to prep for each day of shooting. So this morning I woke up early and I started to prep. I ended up making the call sheet for today instead of Joey, just so we could get it out earlier. We're actually filming 2 films in one day today. So Let's See Playback call time is 4 p.m. and we'll be shooting till around 6:30. And then we're going to be moving into another film of ours called Deep Dish, which is directed and written by Joey. So let me show you guys what I've been up to and prepping. Let's also pack my camera bag for day 2 of set. So first for today, we of course have the director's binder. I'm going to hole punch everything when I get to set because I don't have a hole puncher right now. But we've got the pages that we're going to be working with today, which we are going to be doing 3.5 pages total. And they're all marked up. I ended up shot listing everything this morning myself because I'm also the DP. And my next step of the morning is to go through and break down each line and kind of give tactics to the actors today. I want to make sure as a director that I always come prepared with tactics and as-ifs to give my actors. So director's binder is first thing that is ready and packed. Moving on, we're going to go into props quickly. So for today's shoot, there are fake contracts within the film. We've got our multiple pages of the first fake contract right here. We'll staple this together. And then our lead character, Raegan, pulls out the fake contract out of her pocket. We have that here where she signs her rights away. So here's our lifetime content assignment agreement. And on the second page, you can see they have fake signed Anna's life away, and no one can ask any questions about where she went. I also went ahead and used one of my personal crew deal memos, which is personalized to SADUB Entertainment, but I went ahead and used this, so if you're seeing this behind the scenes video, just know that this was an Easter egg. We have 2 fake signatures. Summarize what we are filming today. It's Raegan and Kenzie pitching their YouTube video that they've created to 2 executive production company producers. And they end up taking on the project and saying like, we love your idea, please continue to make content and we would love to distribute it. So within the scene, Kenzie and Raegan pull out these fake contracts and show that Anna has signed all of her videography rights away and all of her content away. And they of course don't tell the executives that she has also signed her life away. So I just wanted to make sure that we're giving production design wise executive office building. Thankfully we're filming in a location that definitely is going to sell it for us, but props wise I wanted to make sure that we were padded and ready to go. We've got some manila folders. I'm going to be filling these with fake contracts. I'm also going to be bringing my iPad and my computer for the executives to be taking notes on. And we will of course have like cups of pens, a stapler, some notepads. I'm gonna make sure that this sells. And I'm no production designer, so this is just off the dome. Camera bag wise, we have more than we had the other day since that was found footage, run and gun, and this is going to be actual setups, lighting changes, and an actual built up camera. So of course we'll have my massive tripod, which is already packed and ready to go. In this camera bag, we are going to have battery chargers for the camera, chargers for some of the light sticks, which take USB-C, which is super nice. Chargers for the monitor batteries. We have 4 monitor batteries today. These die within like an hour, which kind of sucks. And then these each last 6 hours, which is great. And we're definitely not going to use all of them, but we always want to come prepared. Also in this bag, we have our behind the scenes Canon camera, which I always use just for picture and video. And that is camera bag number 1. We have our lens, which we'll be using today. We have our second camera bag, which has all of the Sony FX3 batteries and the Sony ZV-1 batteries, which I'm filming on the Sony ZV-1 right now. I always use it for behind the scenes content. So we will have that running during the takes and plenty of batteries for that. And we also have my monitor in this one, which is Hollyland Mars 1 input and output monitor. And in camera bag 3, we have my tiny Joby tripod, which is for my ZV-1. We have the FX3 handle and the mic attachment, which again, we will be using the shotgun mic today, not a boom mic. We have all of the little screws and attachments for the FX3. We have the tripod head plate. And last but not least, we have the handle to monitor mount, and we have our cable to connect the 2. So that's camera bag 2. Joey will be bringing all the tungsten lights and the stands for them, and I will be bringing 2 mini pavo sticks. Finally, last but not least, to show you guys what goes on in pre-production. Usually the director and DP would sit down and make a shot list together. Since I am both director and DP, I made the shot list alone this morning. So as you can see, here is our shot list for the day printed out. I'll input a screenshot of it on the screen for you guys. On the left, you'll see scene numbers and letters, which today we are filming scene 11, but I did put scene 1 since it was its own separate day. So we have our shot list here, and if you're wondering what a shot list is or how to make one, there are amazing YouTube videos online that you can watch. So that's everything for today. Joey's on his way to pick me up and we are headed to Home Depot. We unfortunately don't have scrims down here, so we are going to be makeshifting our own scrims. We're gonna be looking for cheesecloth or window screens because those can also work as scrims. And then after Home Depot, we're gonna come back here, load up the car, and we're gonna head over to location. See you guys at Home Depot.
Hold your camera.
We are off the set for Deep Dish and Let's See Playback.
Woo!
Scene 11, Bravo, take 1. Action.
And that's the pilot episode of our found footage series.
And you two are representing this production as well as the rest. You can tell her we think she's a really great actor.
Cut.
It doesn't look sunlighty. Well maybe, because Dina's shadow. Hold on, let me try and get.
I have first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not
one.
daylight, it's very. Hold on. Joey's cooking right now, so I'm gonna let him cook and then I'm gonna.
Every job on set. Oh my god, this is still recording.
Hello. Oh, they're in here. Hello, vlog. It's currently, I think it was like 12:30.
Give me a fan edit.
It's like 12:30 on a Saturday or Sunday morning, I guess.
10 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, we're about to head out, but they still have a couple more shots to do. We were just marionette puppets, but in the script it says marinate.
We were marinating.
We're marinating,
if you will.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our little cut for this vlog. Bye.
And that was video.
And that concludes the pre-production and production behind the scenes of Let's See Playback. Make sure to watch it now on our YouTube and stay tuned for future behind the scenes videos. Now go make that short film.